Hi YouTube, this is Nezrak. It sounds different. And it looks different right now because we're in my car. We are in my 1988 Ford Escort GT. The Outlaw Star. That's how it feels like to sit in the driver's seat, automatic door handles. Yeah, that's that fancy business. Both sides. My car takes care of you, baby. Anyway, we have an issue with the tachometer not working. The speedometer is not working either, but it needs a new cable. I found out later that the cable is one piece, so don't go to AutoZone thinking that you could just replace the cable inside. You have to replace the whole unit. Yay! But everything else works on this. But what we're going to do is take this dash off, and to take this dash off, you have to remove this piece right here. It's the little gap right there. You have to remove, of course, the bezel right here. And you have to remove this as well as your steering column cover. So let's get to it. Steering column cover, which is this plastic bit right here. Right there. It's 2 screw holes down here that have to come out, or 2 screws that have to come out. So it's just a regular Phillips screw. Take those 2 out, tilt the steering wheel down, and it'll come right out. I'll show you guys a picture of that. With that loosened up now, tilt the steering wheel all the way up. Screws might just fall out on you. Pop that down. Then reach inside, tilt the steering wheel all the way down, and the top will pop right out. That easy. After that's done, that's off. Next tool you're going to need is an Allen wrench. This is one of those cheap ones from Walmart, or even what's that place called? Oh boy, how can I remember Walmart, but not my favorite place. Oh, Harbor Freight. And you want to take out all of your Allen screws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One right behind the shifter. Not sure if you guys can see that. See it from here. 5 and 6. One right there. This, I think this has to come off. This whole thing. So be ready for that. Sorry, I keep on filling the steering wheel. But take those 6 out. Make sure you put them somewhere where you can get to them, and you don't lose them. And I think one of these is a different size, so you want to make a mental note of where that one goes to. So, YouTube, now that we got that one out, which was actually a pain to get out, we got those 4 out, and this one out. This piece right here, this whole vent, comes out by itself. So you can just reach in there, pull that bad boy right on out. Okay, usually you can just reach in there, pull that bad boy right on out. So comes out in one piece. Make sure you don't lose your screws for your bezel or your ignition cover. I just screw them back in like so, so it's just like a little ring, so there's no way to have to worry about it. So that's off. As you can see, there's no screws on that side. There is supposed to be a screw on. Okay, no, that's for the Allen, I'm sorry. But when you go over to this side, you see all this other stuff and you think that there's more connected to it, and it really isn't. There's a little switch back here that you have to undo. I may have to set you guys down to get that out. Let's see. We'll see right now. But all of this is coming off. Oh, there is a screw down there, my bad. Okay. Sorry. There's one more screw. Hold on. Right there. See if you guys can see that. Right there. One more screw underneath the original one. And it's an Allen, so we're going to take that out real quick. With that screw out, it was an Allen for me, but I'm pretty sure if this is your first time ever taking this apart, it's going to be a Phillips, because I could have sworn that that was a Phillips when I first took that out. But for some reason, I ended up switching it for an Allen's. So this whole bezel, the whole front black part just pops right off. The lights have those little socket cups or whatever behind it. Where that one is, I don't know. That says lift gate, so that thing, so that's why that thing doesn't work. Anyway, pretty much you gotta kind of shimmy this out until you can get that wire unplugged from the back. Once I get it unplugged, I'll take a real good shot of that so you guys can see what it is, because it's stopping me right now and I can't hold the camera and do it at the same time. Okay, so when you do this, there's the plug. lift it up and unplug it. It's very simple. Boom. That was it. So after that bezel's off, set it to the side. Well, except mine's over here. Some people like to paint these while they have them out. Me personally, I don't like my bezel painted. But next you get your actual cluster. Your cluster has 4 screws. You can use either a Phillips or a socket to actually take those out. 1/4-inch socket drive would be better because it's a little bit smaller. But I use a Phillips. Phillips works great. These things have really long threads, so kind of be careful when you take these out. Don't push too hard because you'll, probably damage the threads. You'll see it when I take it out. Okay, so that particular bolt right there is not happy with my screwdriver. They are not interlocking, so I went out and, well, not run out, I went to my tools and grabbed a, what is this? A 6mm socket and put that on there. Also, FYI, for these top ones, you might want to grab a magnetic wrench and a magnetic socket, or not socket, a magnetic screwdriver, and use that to actually take those out because they will fall back there. And I haven't seen back there in a while. I can't tell you if it's going to be retrievable or not, so just keep that in mind when you're removing those ones. If you have a socket, the socket will hold on to it, so don't worry about it. With those 4 removed, this whole assembly will come out. Now, when it comes out, you have to be careful because your steering cable is still going to be, not your steering cable, your speedometer cable is still going to be back there. Mine is already disconnected, but your speedometer cable is going to be back there and your wiring harness. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. It's not coming out. You do have a little bit of slack, so you can kind of pull it out a little bit, get it out. So, there it goes. Wiring harness. The easy way to do this is just to pinch on both sides, push in, and it'll pop right out. It'd be a lot easier if I didn't have a camera though. Oh shit. Damn it. Just dropped my freaking screw. Anyway, YouTube. Now that that's unplugged, this comes right out. Like seriously, like this is all that's left to do. It should be all that's left to do. Yeah, so usually that's the speedometer cable right there, but mine is disconnected already because mine broke on the way home right after I bought the car. But that's what's left afterward. That's all I was saying. You don't want your screws dropping in there. I mean, come on. There's too much for it to fall behind. I'm pretty sure it'll probably end up down there, but I mean, cars have been known to eat packs of cigarettes, let alone screws. So we're gonna take this out and set it on the table, and we're gonna take this whole thing apart. But this is pretty much just how you get your cluster out, In a 88 Escort GT, it's pretty much the same thing for almost every car. Like, newer cars are a little bit easier, but this is how you get this one out.